Aloha, Mother Fathers. Welcome in. It is Kyle Reacts. Technically, episode 4 already. We're almost a full week in. And tonight, of course, we are reviewing Friday Night Smackdown. Kind of a reaction to another 3-hour Smackdown here on June 6th, 2025. All right, so let's break this down. So, what we liked, and if you guys are new to the series here for Kyle Reacts, what I do essentially is take not 3 things that we like, 3 things we don't from the show. Of course, we've already done Monday Night Raw from this past week. We did NXT and we did AEW Dynamite. Only half. I didn't do the full 4 hours. I didn't do Collision. Hate me if you want, whatever. It's too much. 3 hours is a lot for me. SmackDown's going to be one of the more difficult ones you have to do when it comes to doing these reviews and these reacts in the series. But I loved, and I honestly got goosebumps. Number one for me when we got to see Jacob Fatu and Braun Breaker in the ring together. That was bucket list for me. I know eventually we and Double A have talked about it on the podcast, which did drop earlier today, but we've talked about it in the past that's a future WrestleMania main event. Jacob Fatu and Braun Breaker is unbelievable. I love seeing those two in the same ring together. Even if it's a tease, love to see it. Second thing, how about Aleister Black and LA Knight? That match was fantastic. And for people that are talking and saying that LA Knight can't deliver in the ring, man, I know dance partners sometimes matter, and sometimes you have chemistry with certain people more than you have with others, but man, that was a hell of a match. And of course, Seth ruining it was fun. That also is kind of a little check mark next to me, too, is the involvement of Seth and his group. We still don't know what the name is. I'm out petitioning for the Vision. We'll see if that works or not. Maybe Marvel will sue him. I have no idea. But the third thing for me, and it kind of goes into that too, the 6-woman tag match is great, but the wrestling on SmackDown, this was great. The wrestling reminded you almost of when you used to watch SmackDown when you were a kid, or at least when I was, back when SmackDown was the wrestling show, right? It was hey, we're just going to put really cool matches in the ring. We'll still tell some stories. It'll still be kind of a thing, but Raw is more of the story show. SmackDown's more of just a wrestling show. It's the Eddie Guerrero show. It's the Undertaker show, that kind of stuff. It really brought me back to that. So that was cool to see. Some of the misses from tonight, at least in my opinion. Firstly, I'm happy for Zelina Vega. She's been working her ass off to get to where she is, but for some reason it just doesn't hit. I don't know what. And that's not to say much, unfortunately, so far for Julia yet either. I have a lot of hope for her, but she's not getting the reaction with the crowd per se yet. That's going to take time. It's hard when, Stephanie Vaquer and Rhea Ripley are also in the building. Alexa Bliss still gets a good reaction. Hell, even Roxanne Perez gets a bigger reaction, a bigger pop than Julia does right now. So, Zelina, just as the U.S. champ, not really working for me. I made a pitch earlier, of course, today on the podcast, or I should say now it would be yesterday if we're talking about it being early Saturday morning. It's a 3-hour show, so it takes time to react to it. But that I think Charlotte Flair would make a great women's U.S. Champion, just because she could do an open challenge thing like John Cena. She could recoup her image a little bit and actually put some people over. She has the opportunity. We'll see what happens with that. It looks like Julia is going to be the next challenger. Kind of rules her out of Money in the Bank, but you never know. John Cena at the end of the show, man, you know what? This story's just missing something, and he's the bald fraud. I feel like they need to close that loophole for me to really be able to move on from it. I've been critical of Double A, and I've been trying to be patient with all this, but it feels like there's something missing in the story, and I don't know what it is. But it leads to my bigger problem, and it was that, Seth Rollins and his group pretty much took out everybody in Money in the Bank, which made sense. He was obviously approached by Cody at the end of the show before the big face-off. That wasn't even really a face-off. It was a sneak attack with Logan Paul and Jey Uso and all that stuff. But Seth is cool with John Cena ruining wrestling. I mean, he's just cool with that. He's cool with that title going away. I mean, Seth was a big Universal title guy too. The WWE Championship meant a lot. He sacrificed everything for Cody to win it. Like, he was hurt. He was broken. He lost the World Heavyweight Championship so Cody could keep that title and take it off of Roman, and now he just doesn't care about it? He's cool with John Cena doing this? I mean, it's my larger prediction that eventually Seth and John are either working together with The Rock or something like that. I don't know. But, I mean, the fact that he attacked so many different people, had a run-in with Cody, said something to him, and then walked away, and just let John Cena do whatever he wanted to do, and now he's talking about Logan Paul being the next World Heavyweight Champion or being the World Heavyweight Champion when Seth wants the title. That's where it kind of drew me a little strange. But like Seth should have at least maybe came back out, and there should have been like a stare down from the stage to the ring. Maybe I'm being picky, but again, that felt kind of weird that Seth attacked everybody on the show, essentially. LA Knight, Aleister Black, Andrade, again, Penta, all that stuff. Which, again, I get. It's because they're all in the Money in the Bank. But the guy who actually held the World Heavyweight Championship that wasn't his at the end of the show, who's going to be the next World Heavyweight Champion, he's the future. That's what John Cena said about Logan Paul. He's the future of this company. Seth doesn't have a problem with that? Is there something we don't know? When it comes to Seth and Logan, is Logan being quietly recruited by Seth as well? I have no idea. That's the part that kind of throws me off. And this is when I talk about sometimes with storytelling where you get too into the weeds. This is kind of just right in front of your face. And this is maybe why some fans will get frustrated because it's kind of obvious that Seth should have done something in that situation. But he unfortunately didn't. So that's my recap for tonight's show and my reacts to this Friday Night Smackdown on June 6, 2025. Of course, Money in the Bank is tomorrow. I am going to probably watch that a little bit later in the day. You guys may get our reacts tomorrow night. You may get it on Sunday. But either way, we will get you back for that to figure out who's going to win these briefcases, who's going to win these other matches, and kind of where the trajectory of WWE is going to be heading into essentially now SummerSlam season. Also pretty cool that the King and Queen of the Ring is back too. So that's going to be exciting to kind of talk about next week on the pod as well. But appreciate you guys stopping by. Thanks so much. And I will catch you next time on Kyle Reacts.